If you do not care about politics, you are saying you don't care about yourself.
Hello everyone, my name is Tirtha Avinash, and here with us is Mr. Chandy Oomen, MLA of the Puthuppally constituency with us today. And this interview is for Asian MUN Circuit. So let's just head over to our guest and get a small introduction from him.
Hello Tirtha, how are you doing?
I'm fine, sir.
Nice to have you interviewing me. Now just elected MLA from Puthuppally, which was my father's constituency for 53 years. It's a great honor that I've been elected by the people of Puthuppally to this post. And I've been a Congress worker for last many years or decades. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So as we all know, today would have been your father's 80th birthday. So on this occasion, how do you feel?
It's a great pleasure. With great pleasure, I have traveled all across the constituency, visiting maximum, I will say, love homes, not orphanages. I have traveled at least to 15 to 20 places today and shared my father's birthday happiness with all of them. And I am honored to be with you in the evening after visiting all that and having the Swandaram Day or kind of the day is named Swandaram or expressing like, what do you say, to console other. Swandaram means console in Malayalam. So to console, that was my father doing always. So this day is like a consoling day. We observe as consoling day now from here onwards.
Okay, sir. We cannot even describe how honored and happy we are to have you with us on this very special day. So, being the son of Oommen Chandy, that comes with quite a reputation. The job is not easy, we know. So that must have given you a unique perspective in your political arena. So could you share with us how your family background has influenced you or challenged you to face your political career?
Oh, I've been working with the Congress organization for many decades. So more than 2.5 decades, I've been working as a worker. So being a son is benefit as well as sometimes a burden also. But I have managed somehow to carry on, to pull through various situations and circumstances. Today we are here and I got the opportunity to contest as a candidate, partly to the fact that I'm a son of a former chief minister and who was somebody who has been MLA for 53 years. Another fact is also that my candidateship was decided in 4 hours. Like, there is no question of me not being known to anyone out here in my constituency or in my state or even in the Congress party because I've been active. I'm the outreach cell national chairman for Youth Congress. So I'm always in the radar some way or the other. So it is actually feels at times, but it's a boon also being a son.
Yes. So we can understand. We have all cried with you during the demise of our beloved former chief minister, and I can only imagine how hard it must have been for you as a son also, and his what we call pingami. It's not an easy job, and we're super grateful that you stepped up at the right time, and it's an honor, really. So during the recent election, there were allegations about the conditions of roads in the Puthuppally constituency. You responded by comparing the state of these roads to Dharmadam, which is Pinarayi Vijayan's constituency. Can you elaborate on your assessment of the road infrastructure in Puthuppally? Like, what plans do you have to further improve the roads in your constituency?
there are good roads, there are bad roads. So, but the MLA can't be responsible for both because the MLA can try. When you are in power, MLA can try and bring in the good roads. But currently the situation is you have got Panchayati roads, you have got PWD roads. So PWD roads comes under the PWD department. MLA has no role in it. Panchayati road, 6 panchayats are held by left. So what I have done is that I called for the meeting of 37 roads along with all the officials of my constituency related to road and water works. And I have given strict instruction that road should be in good condition. But again, this I can only direct them. You can't do anything unless and until they act. Because government is not, your government. That's a reality you have to face. Second thing, Panchayati roads, again, they don't want to maintain it. Tomorrow we are having a strike in all the panchayats. Tomorrow I asked all the panchayat members in my constituency to do a dharna, to do a protest in all the panchayats in my constituency against the shape of roads in my constituency, whether it is panchayat or PWD. So we are on the way of forcing government. We are asking the government to act. Unless and until I can say to the officers, but government has to act. Here, water authority is blaming PWD, PWD is blaming water authority. So this blame game should end. People should not suffer. Unnecessary road should not be dug up. Without permission, road should not be dug up. Water should be given. That is essential. But these are the factors. You should not put people into trouble by digging roads and not closing. Now you can't blame. In my constituency, there has been a case when I discussed, I find that PWD has filed a case, police case against water authority. So government wings are fighting like two countries. So this kind of situation we cannot accept and we will not tolerate it. At the same time, government has to act. Government has to take a step. They have to ensure that their departments work in coordination. So road-wise, I would say that. And I can but vouch for the fact that roads or any other infrastructure is far better than Dharmadam.
Okay.
Just for one example, there is one public limited company called Traco. That Traco is in Pindrai also. 1 to 2 weeks back, I went to Traco for a protest. Traco is there in Trivilla. Traco is there in one of the places in Ernakulam, and Traco is there in Kannur. And what is the protest? They are not getting salary. Imagine CM's constituency, the people are not getting salary. So this is the state of affairs in CM's own constituency, where public limited company is not able to pay for the salary. So that's the current situation.
Yes, sir. So we are all familiar with the concept, and it's even a running joke between the citizens now. We see the memes, we see the trolls every single day. One day the roads are being tarred, and the very next day the water authority digs it up. And that sort of situation is a big hassle for the citizens. And it's great that you have taken steps to avoid that. And I personally think it is a very great initiative that you have taken up for the Dharna as well. So my next question to you would be, when you were asked about your political allegiance, you mentioned that Rahul Gandhi as your leader and your role model. Beyond his family background, what certain qualities and attributes do you appreciate in Mr. Rahul Gandhi as a political leader, and how do they align with your vision as a politician?
There'll be one leader in the current world scenario, who has traveled 4,000 kilometers for the cause of uniting his country. No one. So I will say he's a modern Gandhi who is walking the talk that there should be unity in this country. there should be peace in this country. Somebody is saying that and spreading that message just like Gandhi did. Gandhi also traveled like this on foot. So here is somebody who is willing to talk to people, who is willing to listen to people. He's not like a one-sided radio where you can only talk and no one he's heard. He's hearing everyone. He might have met more than 10 lakh people on this occasion when he has traveled all the way. So he is a leader beyond any comparison. In modern Indian history, there is no leader who has achieved what he has achieved. So that's the scenario.
So it aligns with your vision of getting to know your people rather than just sitting there and giving out promises. You and Rahul Gandhi, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, have that in common. You want to get in touch with your people. You want to feel your people. Is that right?
Yeah, we would like. It's like he is always amongst people. He wants to know their will, what they want in life, what they want for this country. That's what he is always looking after.
Okay. Yeah. So and the next question is about your educational background. So your educational background indicates that you have a master's degree from the prestigious London School of Economics. This led many to see you as a highly educated candidate. Do you believe that voters should prioritize electing well-educated politicians like yourself and Shashi Tharoor? What role do you think the politicians' education plays in their effective governance?
I have studied in LSE. It's basically for summer courses. Twice I have gone, but I got 2 masters in law, 1 master in history, and I do pursue courses. I like to study more. So education is part of life. I might have not been that much studious in my school days, but over the years, I've developed a habit that I want to study more, to know about things. To stop studying is like, you are totally stuck person. So I feel that you should have the zeal to study along with your public life also. Then only your public life is complete.
Okay, sir. So, what role do you think education has, for a politician, for his effective governance, for his level of commitment and responsibilities to the society? What do you think education adds to that?
The best politician I like in India, whose life story I watched in 2015, and who inspired me a lot. That is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Really, I was moved when I watched B.R. Ambedkar, the crisis he faced in life, but he still studied. That is something I like about Dr. Ambedkar. That he studied so much of qualification, so much of knowledge, so much he knew for his country. When the right time came, he delivered a constitution which cannot be taken away, whose rights protect all of us, protect the entire country. So, an educated politician, if you want to look at, you should see Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, who is the guardian, who is the vanguard for our rights. Through his education, he empowered himself. Today, he has empowered all of us through the constitution, which he doctored or he took forward. So, education is a basic need for any politician or any field you go. Education is the must, and you should try to have knowledge in every subject wherever you can find a possibility. That's why we voted.
So, during your election campaign, there was a statement made about the length of the small intestine. So, could you provide some context for that statement and clarify any misconceptions about your approach to politics?
Anyone can be misguided, no doubt.
Yeah.
So in a way, I was misguided by maybe a decision. Maybe it's maybe it's a mistake I might have made genuinely, because these are times of stress for me, because my father, who who I always called like his God equivalent, whom I called Ram. So, which also became a controversy. So I don't know why everything is controversy. So when I have lost my father, I am not in a position to decipher everything correctly. When somebody tells it, I believe it. It's the truth. That too, when somebody of a somebody from medical background tells to me, then I consider it a gospel truth. So maybe he might have he's mistaken, or I might have mistook him. I don't know what is the reason, but anyways, I have made a genuine mistake. Then I accepted it. So it's a reality. I don't know. There is nothing wrong with it.
So it was just a human error, that's all.
Possibly.
Yes. So, throughout your political career, what are some of the most memorable moments or accomplishments that have had a long impact on you? And why are those memories or those moments so significant in your journey as a politician?
Significant moment, maybe the moment I enjoyed most as a politician might be the phase in which I became the St. Stephen's College president about 16, 17 years back. I think that was a great achievement for me as a student to go to Delhi and achieve a significant position as the president of college, in which even Dr. Tharoor was the president of the union.
So that was one of your main milestones. So that's
Something always I cherish. Something always I like it. Something always I cherish. Even today, I am quite happy with the fact that I can recollect those memories very well. How I got elected as president of NCU.
So recently, our college elections were carried out throughout all the colleges, arts colleges, science colleges, engineering colleges, everywhere. Union elections have been going on. We have new chairpersons, presidents, everyone within I think, the last 2-3 weeks. So, do you have a message for the newly elected chairpersons?
Do your job sincerely, honestly, irrespective of what party you belong to. Irrespective of the agenda, your aim is to improve the atmosphere in the college. The aim is to do justice to students. The aim is to fight for their rights. It is not playing politics. It's about improving the atmosphere for the students academically, also physical education wise, or even co-curricular wise. The union should try to improve the atmosphere in college. They should try to bring in an atmosphere where student can study well, student can play well, student can do their extracurricular very well. So this is the main activity. Also, you should organize more and more events. You organize national events, international events, so that students get exposed to ideas, new knowledge, new things which they can learn and study. And you can get to organize, which will give you an experience to do big things in coming years when you will emerge as leaders of this country.
That is very great advice, sir. Thank you so much for that. So, as the newly elected MLA of your father's constituency, now you're carrying forward a legacy. Can you share your vision for the future of Puthuppally and the specific policies or projects you plan to implement in your constituency to enhance their lives?
Tomorrow, Pambadi Assam or Pambadi Community Skill Park is being visited by an officer from Tata's tribe. So I had visited Bombay Tata office and discussed with the officers there. They are sending a person here who will work to bring in a finishing school if it's possible. So now I am done my best. He will come and see it, and he may try to start a finishing school, which may help a lot of students, a lot of nursing or hospitality students in the coming days and years. Also, I'm trying to work on things in which education level can be, or the courses can be done better. Also, football or in a sport, I want to make it as part of kids' life. There is a big opportunity for all of us to ensure that students get better sporting facilities. So I want to make Puthuppally a better sports center. So I'm working on that. So these are some of the things I'm working, and also the road infrastructure needs improvement because of certain situations which I explained earlier. So I have to ensure that the panchayats, the PWD, effectively work. But again, here I have got only advisory role. I can only caution them. I can only give them directives. To implement is their job. So a lot of things are on the offing. I want to bring in a stadium out here in Puthuppally, which would help the students well.
Yes, sir. So, would you say that your future, like the way you plan the future, is for the kids of Puthuppally, and you're focusing more on their well-being, their education, their extracurriculars, and things like that?
100%, 100%.
Oh,
Always, you should help the kids to achieve what they want. Because as a child, I wanted to play, but we didn't have enough sports. We didn't have enough stadiums. We didn't have enough material to play. So I feel that as a MLA, it's my responsibility. If I fail in my responsibility, students suffer. So I want to ensure that I will try to ensure that they will get an opportunity at the earliest.
okay. So that brings us to one of our very last questions. So, in the realm of Indian politics, alliances and collaborations are extremely crucial. So, can you shed some light on the political alliances and partnerships that you believe are essential to achieve your goals for Puthuppally constituency? And how do you plan on navigating the complex landscape of politics to benefit your constituents?
No, because we are in the opposition, as you know. So, in spite of being in the opposition, we will try to ensure that people of Puthuppally get justice. They have elected me for that purpose. So, my alliance and my party is UDF and Congress. I will work with them and at the same time fight for the rights of the Puthuppally people in the Kerala Assembly. So maybe some difficulty may arise in the way, but we will all smoothly pass that era, no doubt. In spite of politics, we will ensure that uh, development comes to Puthuppally.
Yes, sir. One more question. So, this is a kind of a personal question from me. So many of the college students these days, they opt to be, apolitical, or they prefer not to react to any political situations. They prefer not to learn about any political happenings, and they, just want to be blissfully unaware. So what do you have to say to the youth that do not really care about politics? Why
If you
should
do not care about politics, you are saying you don't care about yourself. Because politics determines your life. Politics determines your future. If you don't have good politicians coming up, your future is at stake. Your life is at stake. If you want to save your life, if you want to give yourself a better life, if you want to have better jobs, if you want to have better lifestyle, better facilities, you should elect the politicians. You should develop interest in politics. You should see who is doing good. Based on that, take a decision whom to vote for. So, if you care about yourself, you will care about politics, and that is the basic message I want.
why
If you
should
do not care about politics, you are saying you don't care about yourself. Because politics determines your life. Politics determines your future. If you don't have good politicians coming up, your future is at stake. Your life is at stake. If you want to save your life, if you want to give yourself a better life, if you want to have better jobs, if you want to have better lifestyle, better facilities, you should elect the politicians. You should develop interest in politics. You should see who is doing good. Based on that, take a decision whom to vote for. So, if you care about yourself, you will care about politics. And that is the basic message I want.
Okay, sir, that was the end of our questionnaire, and thank you so much for joining us today. especially when I started. Like I said, on Mr. Oommen Chandy's 80th birthday. It's a great pleasure to have you here, and it was my personal pleasure to have interviewed you as well. So thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me in your Asian Immune Circuit. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.